بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب زدني علما.
Okay, the next thing we'll try to understand about distribution system. Like in the previous scenarios, we have discussed about basic service set, where you can connect all your wireless users to a single access point, or you can use something called extended service set. In the case of extended service set, we'll be using multiple access points. Now, this is your wireless infrastructure. Now, this is something what we discussed. But now what I want is, I want this wireless infrastructure to be able to connect and share the resources between my wide infrastructure. Like let's say you are connecting to the router from the switch, and then from the router, I want the users should be able to access the internet, and also the users connecting to my wireless network should also be able to access the server or any other devices, or communicate with any other devices within the same VLAN, something like that. Now we need some kind of setup or how it's going to work here. So that's something what is our requirement. So you always want your wireless clients should also be able to communicate with other devices like the wide infrastructure. Now for that, what we are doing, again, the access point is going to do the job for us. Now this access point is going to act as a kind of bridge, which is going to connect all your wireless users on the left side here. And also it is going to provide you the uplink. Uplink is like kind of Ethernet link. We call it as an uplink kind of thing. And connecting to a switch or maybe connecting to a router, and then providing the connectivity between the users of the wireless and the wide users. So we can say like the access point is more working like a translation bridge, where the frames which are being initiated from the wireless network can be sent to the wide network, and the frames which are initiated from the wide to wireless, so something like both the sides. Now this uplink, whatever the uplink we are going to connect here, now this uplink from the access point to your wide network to the switch or to the router, so technically we call this as a distribution system. Now the distribution system, we say the interconnection of your access point from your wireless network to the wide network. So we call it as a distribution system here. Now finally, what this distribution system is going to do, it is going to provide you the connectivity from your wireless network to the wide resources. Like here, the example, we have some servers and the internet on the wide network. They can connect from the wireless to the wide network through this distribution system. That's a technical term to the uplink used from the access point to the wide network. Now there is one more thing we need to know, like what if you have multiple VLANs? Like generally, let's say this is my wireless network, and this wireless network, we do have multiple SSIDs which are used for accounts. Let's say this is kind of accounts network, and this is something like marketing and sales. So every department have their own dedicated SSIDs, maybe another SSID for guest users. Now, as long as they use the same SSID, they can talk to each other within the wireless network. Of course, they can communicate like a one logical network. But now the question is how it is going to correlate with a wide network. Because when you connect from the access point, the uplinks goes and connects to the switch. That's what we call as distribution system. And on the switches, again, we do have some kind of VLANs created. Now, again, this access point is again responsible for correlating this SSIDs is again mapped to the VLANs. So basically, this access point is responsible for mapping your VLANs to the SSIDs, so that each SSID represents like one separate logical network or one logical VLAN. And again, when we do these configurations on the access point, you have to specify which SSID again correlates with which VLAN. That's something you have to do. Now, again, one more thing, the link which is going to be connected between switch and the access point, that has to be a trunk link, because it is going to carry the VLAN 10, 20, 30 traffic. Okay, so generally uses 802.1q tag, which is going to map each and every frame with a VLAN tagging. And with the help of that tagging, it is going to differentiate the traffic of the multiple VLANs when it is moving over the trunk links. So in simple, we can say the link which is connecting between the access points has to be trunked, especially when you're using multiple SSIDs, and those multiple SSIDs need to be mapped to the multiple VLANs on the wide network.